Hey everyone, and welcome to yet another Marble Machine 3 stream. As you can see up here in the list in the top of your right corner, we have a to-do list for this stream, and we're going to assemble the new programming wheel we made this morning. We're gonna do the 80-20 or square tubing discussion. Then we're gonna create the first frame design file of the whole machine. We're gonna design some wheel holders, some loop holders, some legs, some struts. And then we're gonna celebrate by the end of the day with a whacking mole that we have done something today. Welcome to Hannes 3000, the most eminent hype man of this world. How are you feeling today, sir? 3000.
Ooh, I am ready for this. Let's make some framing. Let's make some legs on that machine, and then by the end of this day, it can walk out of that CAD software. Let's go.
It's going to fly. It's going to use its legs like wings. No walking here. We're going to give it legs. Yeah, that's an expression, right? I think this can have some legs. Coffee cheers. Cheers with Wilson. Let's get some real work done today. Welcome everyone.
Cheers everyone.
Afternoon.
Here we go.
2 days ago, I thought that the Marble Machine 3 was already failed. And now I feel more victorious than ever because this is the new simplified programming wheel we made this morning, and it has this pulley on and it has the hubs always in place. I love this thing, but what I have to do now is that I have to create a hook for Fusion to assemble this assembly correctly into our main assembly here. And what I mean with a hook is that I mean a parametric design point, which I will use to make a joint to make it appear correctly in this design. So in this design, I can remove the old one because we're not going to have that. And I can show you already now that if I just insert this new programming wheel, it will not appear on the correct place because I designed it here on the origin point. I'm going to leave it there for now. And to make this assembly appear in the correct place, I'm going to use a joint. Previously, joints were forbidden in the Marble Machine Fusion 360 project. Joints seem to be more stable, so I trust them now. The way I'm going to do that is that I'm going to go in to our master sketch, which is driving this whole design. And I'm going to create a little hook in the middle of this design. So I'm just going to look for the little triangle there. There's the little triangle. I'm going to make a little line here. That line will always be in the middle of this triangle. And that's all I have to do in this window. And we already have our sweeps.
Immediately at the start. So this is what happens when CAD needs to think. Then Martin takes to the keyboard, presenting us some nice tunes. And I will just ruin it by talking all over it.
It's much better when you talk.
Compute finished. Beautiful.
So it's finished. Let's go to home. And on that little middle line I just CAD'd, I'm going to put a plane at angle. Where is our little middle line? It's in there hiding. 90 degree. On this little... if I would have made this in the middle on the origin from the beginning, I would have this point already. So origin point could have been used. But that's just how it is sometimes. I'm gonna put a new sketch on this plane that I just created there. And now I'm gonna project that little line there. And I'm going to make a little 20mm circle. This circle is our hook for the joint command.
I thought something was missing from my day, and now I knew what that was. It was our ever-supporting fellow Slice of Sparta chiming in right here, saying, of course, you're gonna celebrate. You get work done every day. Sorry I missed you yesterday. New programming wheel looks awesome. Cheers from South Carolina. You are the best, Slice of Sparta. Thank you so very much.
It's I'm so proud of this community, which is like have this sometimes like naive positivity, but does this world need more naive positivity? Yes.
Yes. Yes, 100,000% yes.
So now I'm going to is it like Slice of a Sparta soldier? Is it like do you think the username comes like from the other side? Or is it like a pizza slice from Sparta?
It's just a slice of Sparta. A piece of it.
So now in our main assembly, you can see this little circle that I created is now present in the main assembly. And now I feel ready to join this. So what we have is our CAD skeleton. And this is the master file of everything. And it has the same circle right there. So if I now go up to the joint command, and the joint command likes these circles. So now I'm choosing this circle I created as first joint point. Wait, did I already? Oh, I already selected. Okay, it already jumped into the place. So let's just say okay to that. And as you can see now, wait.
Uh-oh.
What has happened now? Well, I think actually it's a loop.
Slice of Sparta. My surname is Slice, and I made the name back when 300 came out. And Spartans are cool, lol. Can't argue there.
Good. I was happy to find out. This went wrong. So I have pre-selected something. I love when I sound so confident, only to crash and fail miserably 1 second afterwards.
That is the bread and butter of this channel.
Wow, Hannes 3000 speaking his mind upgrade. What the hell is this? There we go. You missed the animation though. Okay, so this gives me another great opportunity to share from my wisdom from my fountain of wisdom. This didn't turn out the way I wanted it. Oh, am I being fooled by the old? What is all this? Okay. What is happening here? We have so many programming wheels. Okay, so we're gonna remove 2x programming wheels from this design. Delete before we move on. So now I created a perfect horse and carriage trolley here.
Nice. Great for the world tour.
Yes.
Yes. Future-proof.
Everyone worried about transportation. Calm down.
We got it.
We got wheels on it. So what happened here? This is not the way it works because we have not told Fusion 360 that we want all these parts to act as a rigid group. So you can see I can lift this. Oh, no. Don't crash on me. We're in this territory now. As soon as I try to do something in this design, we have to...
Perfect time to just drink something.
Drink some
thinking oil.
Thinking oil. Our whole country is running on thinking oil.
Yes, 100%. There you see. Let's relax. It goes fast.
So as you can see here, I'm able to lift the plastic away from the plywood. That's why Fusion doesn't know how that I wanted to assemble the whole thing. So what we do then is that we're going to tell Fusion that all this is a rigid group. So rigid groups joints are annoying because it means that you can't move things around. Often you shouldn't move things around anyway, but if you put them on the end of your timeline, you can roll the timeline before the rigid group and you should be pretty fine. So in the menu, I'm choosing rigid group. And I am just telling Fusion that everything in this browser tree is a rigid group. And it says, are you sure? Yes, I'm sure. Down here we have a rigid group. I'm saving this design, which will prompt the design reference in the major assembly for an upgrade. So you can see now the component is out of date. So I'm going to update this, and you should see the trolley wheels jump up to the programming wheel because of the rigid group command.
And speaking of all these rigid groups, a really rigid group is our supporters out there in the chat. And I just want to say thank you to Jonathan Svalve, who says, thanks for the weekly entertainment. Good luck. Thank you very, very much. The
Thank you
best
so much.
rigid group out there.
Brilliant. And here we can, so now the position is perfect, and now we can already see why I'm loving this new design, because in many of the removable designs where we make this wheel removable, we ended up having these double spokes. So the gear had the spokes, and then also the wheel had the spokes. And like I said in the previous stream, on the Tesla Model 3, they had a top of the battery, and they had a bottom of the underside of the car. And they were like, wait, we have like one sheet here, and then another sheet doing here. And they were just like, what if we remove the top of the battery and just let the bottom of the car become the top of the battery? Hey, weight and part removal, the best part is no part. So now, with my new programming wheel design, I can take this away.
Tesla Model 3, more Machine Model 3.
Okay.
Yep. Yes.
I'm so proud that I learned to play that song. Oh, 3 is a magic number. It's what I say, right?
Yep.
All good things comes in threes.
Yes.
So there you go. The programming wheel is now centered, and we have actually completed the first task on our to-do list, the wheel assembly, and we can move on to 80/20 or tubing. So let's play them all.
Oh, yes.
There we go.
There we go.
Okay, so I'm going to go through this very, very quickly. There's right now, I haven't decided what material to build a frame of or what technique. So I'm going to start on the frame today, but I'm going to be kind of material and technique agnostic in my design. I'm just going to start to outline where I think we need a frame, and then I would love suggestions. A lot of people want me to use 80/20 aluminum extrusions, and I can show them on our rotary CNC machine, which is a super cool ecosystem. I think it's called ecosystem. That's maybe it's a super cool product lineup system with these legs, with T-slots everywhere. And it's of course aluminum, and it's straight and stuff, and it would require no welds and stuff like that. This is one very interesting option. I'm not so used to it. I know David Lewis, the machinist, works on a machining company now. I'm not gonna name which one because I don't know if I can disclose that, but he told me he's making this kind of machinery, but with some kind of stainless steel extrusions that I think were like this. So that may be a second option. And the third option is square tubing. And before you say, no, these are much better and more precise, the way I'm interested in doing square tubing is because, for example, the company 24/7 Steel can laser cut holes in square tubing. So they have a laser cutter and they have an indexing machine so it can turn it around. So I can design, let me just show you very quickly what I mean. It's called show business. That's why we show and we don't tell, right? So let's say that this is a square tubing. And if I extrude it like this, so this is, like these things that we used for the legs of the legs on the Marble Machine X here to the right is square tubing. So the frame of the Marble Machine X was square tubing.
Yeah.
But what this company can do, and a lot of companies like that, is that it can allow me to cut CNC precise things in this square tubing at the places I want. And if I understand it correctly, I can even cut things like this. And I can also cut like puzzle joints. So I can cut like this. So imagine the possibilities when you can make precise CNC cuts like this.
Wow.
Yeah, that opens up so many options. And then if you want, then you can just design other steel profiles to be welded into these cuts. So with this technique, and of course I can also pull one of the holes straight through. If I understand it correctly, you can also do this. So that hole goes straight through. So this hole is only cut in one wall. You can see the back wall is solid. So these are my 3 options right now. I just wanted to show you what I'm thinking about.
A peek into your brain.
Yeah.
Woo!
So maybe for fun, make a poll: CNC square tubing welds or aluminium extrusions 80/20. Would be fun to hear what everyone here.
Oh, wow, you will need to repeat that.
Yeah.
CNC cut.
CNC square tubing. CNC cut square tubing.
CNC cut square tubing.
So let me just point out that all these holes will be CNC precision. So it's not like it's going to be precise and custom.
Or 80/20 aluminium tubing.
Extrusions.
Extrusions.
So this or this. I think I know what chat is going to pick, but
aluminium extruding.
Yeah, extrusions.
Extrusions.
So that was just everyone can think a little bit about that. I'm agnostic at this stage how we're going to do this, but this means that we're actually done with step number 2, and we can move over to step number 3 to make the first frame design file. Yes.
Ba-boom!
So let's make that design file. It's actually going to be this design file. Save. I think I'm on 0. I think I'm on 10 now. 10:01 frame. Save. I'm going to delete everything I did here.
And Mr. B Fox 1775, belt and programming wheel are no longer meshed properly, and I see a lot of people in chat as pointed out there's something misaligned with the belt and wheel.
Yep, the wheel is in the correct place. The belt is not in the correct place.
Yep.
And I'm going to because I made the wheel narrower, so I'm going to deal with that later.
Slice of Sparta, extruded aluminium by companies like 80/20 is awesome. We make tons of enclosures out of it in my factory. Boom.
So I never seen a lot of angles and stuff. It's always 90 degrees. So I'm super curious to see the angles, like how you do that. So first thing I want to do is that I want to get this CAD skeleton, which is our master file, into our new frame design file. And the way I do that, you know what? I want my zoom in to be harder. Oh, never mind. Never mind, Martin. It's fine. So the way I do that is that I'm doing a derive. And in the derive, I am deriving into an existing design. Yeah. Cancel. Something's wrong here. Derive into existing design. Select this. It doesn't let me. It allows me to select. am I on the wrong place in the timeline or something? Sometimes when Fusion acts up, it can help just roll the timeline back and forward again. Let me try again.
Awesome. Slice of Sparta here yet again. A big advantage of extruded aluminium is its popularity. If anything needed to be replaced for any reason, you should be able to get replacement parts from almost anywhere in the world.
Yeah. And that comes without being too derailed. We now have a design requirement. Wrong one. Let's see it from this. We have an extensive design requirement document. You will find this in our website, wintergatan.net. And one of the things in this design requirement is like try to think about repairability, try to use standard parts, try to use common used solutions, and try to avoid custom. And you're absolutely spot on with that comment in that sense.
And Rosero has just entered the chat, so Rosero is watching, and also Olivier Collier. Ooh, Olivier has joined in.
Olivier from ID Acoustics. So nice to see both of you here. Hope you're doing well in Netherlands and France.
Whoop whoop.
So now I was able to make a derive out of this mother sketch because I had to save the file previously. That was why. And I'm also choosing to bring the parameters because I'm using the global parameters from this file. So now we're in our brilliant Martin. I derived it to the wrong file. One more time. Third time's the charm. I want to derive it into an existing design. And when you choose that option, you have to choose choose which design, and I'm gonna use the frame design. And now we're in our brand new frame document, but we have this CAD skeleton in it. So now we can create our first component and start to sketch the frame. So I know that Rosero has designed, it was Rosero told me about this laser cut from 24/7 Steel. They are making bike frames and stuff, so the whole bike frame is completely cut by 24/7 Steel, and they receive it and, if I understand correctly, could just weld it together. So that was my inspiration for that.
Do you want to know the current, how the poll is going right now?
Yeah.
It's exciting here. 70% are voting for CNC cut square tubing.
Wow.
71% now.
I'm surprised. So we're gonna put the sketches a bit away from the center. Let me do 300 for now. And let's start the first frame sketch. This is going to be very, very basic. Origin is floor. So I am just going to pull a line here. This is our floor. And then,
see, no marbles.
Uh-oh.
No!
Let's see
Keep
here.
your sketch clean, please.
Let's see here. Now I'm projecting these two center points from our CAD skeleton, and they will always follow. So hopefully in the end, if we move something in here, all my designs should update. The whole project should update. That's the idea. And my very simple idea that I have for today is to find out this angle between these two. Because the wheel is going to be replaceable, so I want the frame to be completely in front of the pivot. So I'm just going to make a very straight frame part here. It's not going to start at the floor because I want an adjustable feet at the floor. Foot. So let's do this. Let's do this and let's do this. These lines are parallel. And some healthy thickness. Let's do 80. So the 80-20 crowd is already getting excited here. Because 80-20, I think it's from 80 80 by 20 millimeters.
Should be right.
I might be wrong about that. So down here, before the floor, I'm gonna leave space for an adjustable foot. I'm gonna leave 100 millimeters for now. And I'm going to say that you are 20 millimeters away. And I think it's better I constrain this to the floor. 180. 1,800. I'm taller than this. That's a good sign. Let's make it my height. So then we know this is like 1 Martin high.
1 Martin high.
And here comes my super simple idea for how to put both the loop wheel and the programming wheel on and off the machine. We're just gonna take inspiration from a normal bike fork. So, you know how you can take a wheel off and off, on and off a bike?
Yeah.
So let me just do something ultra simplistic here. Let me do a little thing like this. And like this. And we're gonna make this pretty soon. So you are tangential with you. You are tangential with you. And you are coincident with you. And you are collinear with you. And how deep do we need this to be? Like not so deep. And how broad does we like not so broad? 16. This could be laser cut profile, and then we can make the puzzle fit with the square tubing. I was super surprised that square tubing won the poll. Is it still winning?
CNC cut at 68%. And we have here Dustin Naselrod, who wants to say that thanks for the entertainment. I mentor for a robotics team that moved away from 80/20. Main issue is that it doesn't transport well. Great for adjustability, not so much for structural integrity when moving regularly.
Great insights.
Yeah, thank you so much, Dustin, for your support and that brilliant question.
So,
or fact.
I'm gonna use another word here, which which you have to look up or to see afterwards if I'm using it correctly. I want to make like an archaic welded metal frame. I just want to make like a A-frame, like this. I just want to have two sides like this with like square tubing, which is like it's like archaic. I mean robust and solid. And I think, by the way, this is the first bike fork. I should probably make some little soft fillets here and here. And this should, of course, also be filleted.
Archaic?
Tell me.
The definition of archaic is something being old or from a previous time period.
Exactly, that's what exactly.
Example of something archaic is a rotary phone.
Yeah, so steampunk then, like a steampunk welded structure, kind of. I'm just gonna make my point here. If we would CNC this, I would cut this profile with a little puzzle piece like this. Let's constrain it for now. So that we would have, with CNC precision, the perfect alignment of this piece. And then we can cut the corresponding hole in the in the square tubing. Let me just copy this and do the exact same thing on the lower pivot, and we are almost done.
And I'm ending the poll right now. 67% for CNC cut.
So we talked a lot about using less welds and more fasteners in this machine, and I kind of agree with that. But perhaps for the main structure of the whole thing, to have something like mega robust does make sense. This went wrong. I have to... So now when I copy this, I have to redo all the constraints, but that should be okay. So you are... You with you, you with you, you with you, you with you, you with you. It helps me when I say it. You with you. Tangential. Am I in frame? Yes, I am in frame. Then I can say that you are collinear with you up here. Same thing with this one. Oh, I should have made a rectangular pattern.
Uh-oh, no. Don't go close to those.
Yeah, but it's only one. I don't know. Maybe I screwed it up. But maybe this will follow if we move around. Maybe this is more parametric somehow. Oh, anyway, we're soon done. I have taught Hannes well regarding the rectangular patterns.
Yeah. Red flags. As soon as I heard that word.
I'm missing this one, 20 millimeters above. I'm missing this constraint. Things are turning black. Good. And I'm probably missing this one as well. 50. Have to put it here then.
Rosero says, if you're thinking about an aluminium frame, 24/7 does also cut a selection of aluminium square tubes, and if you're planning on welding it, you have to heat treat it to be strong enough.
Oh, so you mean welding the aluminium frame? That sounds... I have no clue how that would work, if that's a good idea. But it was super good to hear that that's also an alternative, a welded aluminium frame. It's kind of a mix between them two. So now we have both forks. So now I'm done with the first master sketch. We can start to extrude some bodies to see where this is going. So let's just make this. So let's say 40. This is not what I meant to do. So what do you think, Hannes? Should I pretend that these are square tubes already now?
Should I pretend? Yes.
Yes.
Keep on pretending.
So let's pretend these are all made by 24/7 steel in stainless. Oh, we can make them in stainless steel actually. So I want to change this measurement then. I think 40 is enough. So let's have the same size as on the arm snakes, 40 by 40. Oh, there is a better. If I'm gonna make it hollow, I'm gonna cheat. I'm going to cheat.
Mr. B Fox 1775. Those forks should be on rear, not the front.
Yeah, so they are.
Okay.
Because we're looking at it from... so I'm looking at the machine from this direction. So...
A lot of people are saying that they would stay away from welding aluminium.
Yeah.
It's a nightmare.
Yes, people say that, and then some people say, but that's maybe welding gurus who says it's just another level, another kind of welding.
Yeah.
What are they called, these bike forks? Someone else said it right
Like
now.
a Y fork or something?
Hook. Please give me a better name for these than hook.
Isn't it a Y fork?
Did they say that in chat?
No, I say.
No.
But what do I know?
Apparently not a lot.
Oh! Wow.
No.
Throwing down the gauntlet, are you?
Oh, yes. So let's say these are in 10 millimeters.
Rosero says welding aluminium is different but not that hard. I've done it a lot without any official schooling. So Rosero also throwing down the gauntlet here.
Definitely. So
Tuning fork.
brackets. And why did I make it twice in the sketch? I should, of course, only have moved the component later. Anyway. So here we go. Let me try to get this together a little bit better. I think the first feature should be symmetric, whole length.
Dropouts. Hanger. We got a lot of tips here.
I think the bracket.
The literal cycling term is a dropout.
Ah. That's cool. And again, as you know, if you want to extrude things in different planes from the same sketch, you can edit your extrusion feature, and instead of using the profile plane, you're using an offset or an object. Now, I'm going to actually use an object this time, so I'm going to choose my frame, and then I can extrude it. So this is right on the side of the square tubing. They should be able to cut that actually. So we're gonna extrude it 10 millimeter, so it sits right there.
Oh.
So they have to cut the corner. And then I want to make the corresponding, so when you see I want to make the corresponding cutout here. And if I understand correctly, this should be possible. Let me know, Rosero, if I understood you correctly when you told me about this. So I'm gonna use this profile, and I'm going to cut away, but I'm not gonna start from the middle. Again, I'm gonna start from the object here. And since our profile is 10 millimeters, I'm going to only cut away 10 millimeters. Wrong. What happened now? Oh, I didn't select my object. Here we go. So then we have the puzzle piece, and this is the simplest weld you can ever make.
Okay.
So like with this method, it would be very simple one. Now I'm going to make this hollow, and this is where my cheating will commence.
My cheating will commence.
Yeah, I think I should have probably done this in another way. There are these kind of you can kind of create this kind of shape from the beginning. Here, shell removes material from a part interior. Let's try to use that.
Boom.
So-
And Marcus Hoffman just said there, where in Discord should I write ideas and discussion input during the live stream? The best way for you to do is use the Dropbox links that's in the description. If you have a great idea, upload an image there, a short video clip or something like that in the right Dropbox folder, and we can take a look at it.
So now I'm going to try to use this shell thing. Let's say the wall thickness is 4 millimeters. Is this going to work? Tangent chain. So maybe this thing here is ruin the party for us here.
And Slice of Sparta yet again here with a comment. Lovely discussion in chat. I think we like a combo of CNC tubing and 80-20. Optimal combo of strength and repairability. Welding aluminium is tricky.
Since we're all about learning in these streams, I'm going to learn how the shell command works and why I couldn't get it to work. So I'm just going to make a little box here with simpler geometry, and I think that might help us. Maybe since it was a diagonal thing, it did. So now we have a box. Now I'm using the shell. Oh, I choose the wrong face probably. 3. Yeah, so you can see now it turned it.
It's a small container.
Why doesn't it go all the way through? So this is this. But why doesn't it go all? It's like for boxes and stuff. Okay. So let me try with this thing again. Shell. I'm choosing this face now. 4 millimeter wall thickness. Yes. Okay, this...
Did it work?
Well, not really. There's still... Oh no, it doesn't.
Wow, what happened there?
Oh, it clears. Yeah.
You need to select the upper face.
Yeah, that was Gretzky in the chat. So the easiest way for me to do it right now is probably to I should probably not cheat. I should probably do it correctly. Let me do that.
Select both faces, Martin, to shell all the way.
Ooh, thank you. Let's try that. Shell faces from here to here. Inside thickness 4. Yes. Well done. Except that our little cutout. But then I think we just put a shell before the cut and we're gonna be golden.
Yep. Going to the timeline.
Yeah, good. Good 3000.
I'm learning.
You're learning a lot.
Wow, double whack.
So if we zoom into the timeline, so what I'm gonna do now is that this was our cut. So I'm just pulling the shell before the cut.
Oh, look at this.
And I
Look
think
at this.
We have a clean inside. Yes. Maybe we had because it was this.
Holy moly.
Shell command was definitely the right one to use here. Boom. And if we're lucky, we can use the same part twice. And soon I'm going to put this to the main assembly and you will see how the programming wheel goes into it. Let me remove some clutter.
Oh, Marcus Hoffman here again asking which Dropbox would fit for the frame. Is it transportation or other? Don't we have anything for the frame yet?
No, we have to actually create that one.
Put it in other for now then.
Yeah, and we manually put your thing into the frame when we have created it.
Yeah.
So everyone who wants to make frame suggestions can put it in other for now and we fix it.
Yep.
So I'm going to copy this bracket, paste it, and I'm going to... Let me just do this for now. Oh, and I need to make the cutout on the lower one as well. So not this one. So this cutout I'm also gonna do down here. Now we have 2 puzzle pieces. And now, are you ready for the grand finale, Hannes? 2000.
Oh.
As always, if you can design things symmetrically, you will have a lot to win. And I'm looking so much forward to really design this machine symmetrically. So now we, of course, need the frame on both sides. And if we're lucky, we can have this just mirrored over the mid plane of the origin. So I'm taking my 3 parts and I'm mirroring them over the mid plane. And now we have the start of the frame.
What?
And now I have to check before. We have to check the world's most eminent hype man. And I'm so happy for that because it helps me so much. We have to make the Hannes 3000 motivation soundboard.
Yes. Done. Oh, double whack. I love it.
And so I wanted to... Something is wrong with my POM hub bearing. It always disappears.
He doesn't want to play.
This design is a little...
Heavy.
Anyway, let me take the measurement only from here to here. 533. Click the value to get it into your clipboard. Go to the frame. And since I start most designs with an offset plane, I can just edit this. And I can paste the value I just copied. Unless I screw it up. Paste. And now the frame is ready to be inserted into the main assembly. And it should hug this programming wheel nicely.
Oh, come on now.
If we've done this correctly.
Come on now.
I have to update a lot in the browser tree,
Yep.
so that
Yep.
will take some time. Let me
Have you
try to do
saved?
that. Yeah, I've saved.
Nice.
So cheers everyone in the chat.
Cheers.
for
This
some
is lovely.
hydration.
Oh, yes. Andrew Bailey, Hannes with the Lil Jon vibes. Lil Jon, is that from Robin Hood? I can be Lil Jon.
Isn't it from Bruce Springsteen?
Lil
No,
Jon.
Lil Steve. Steve, John.
And Clarence Clemens, the one we use in CAD.
Uh-huh.
5 millimeters.
Brilliant. So now we're going to go to the left in our... sorry for that. Sorry for that. I'm going to put all the molds off so they don't autoplay. Because we have to save them for the real celebrations.
Yep.
So I'm going to the left here and I'm inserting the frame into the current design. And this should be designed in place. Look how neatly it's holding up.
Oh my God.
There we go. And here's my whole point. But it's the side. Oh, the sideways is wrong. Okay. I measured something wrong. I took the wrong something. Oh, it was to the middle of the... I have to add 20 millimeters. I thought I measured to the outside. I should have measured to the middle. So
Okay, so I just shown my age to chat now when they talk about Lil Jon the rapper, not Lil Jon from Robin Hood.
Is it a mumble rapper?
He just makes funny noises like, yeah! That's me, kind of.
So I missed 20 millimeter. I'll update this.
Oh, we have airplane fans in the chat also. Roger, Roger. We got clearance. I love this. Woo!
And now the frame jumped out the little distance we wanted to, and you should see that the bushing is correct here. So look here, we can just, the wheel is just resting. Not on its laurels, Hannes 3000. Resting.
Too much fun in these streams, right?
Not enough fun. Let's have some more. So, yeah. That's the first frame part. I would love to have it more at an angle, but form from function absolutism. So the idea is that we can just lift this thing straight apart. Let me try to do that by doing this. So when we want to change this wheel, we remove the belt and we just lift it off like this. Then we come with a new one. This is the new one. And we just put it here and boom. Falls into place.
Ba-ba-boom.
So what do you think?
Done. Ship it.
So I think we can look in our list. We've actually made the wheel holders. So boom.
Oh.
And we also made the loop holders.
Oh.
So boom. And we also made the legs actually.
What? What's happening? An avalanche of completed tasks.
Yep. So let's now start on the struts.
Okay, struts. This is going to be fun.
Actually, you know what? Let's, for fun, add some front part of the frame as well. I'm just sketching now. We'll see. We'll see how this will develop over time. So let me go to the main sketch. And as you know, name your sketches, kids. Master sketch. Trust me. Just name your sketches. Don't whinge about it. Just do it. You'll thank me when you get older. I'm just gonna make a random leg.
Oh, bonky here. So it's kind of like a free weight power rack in the gym. Yeah, subconsciously Martin has now designed gym equipment.
Honestly, when I'm in the gym with Hannes, I look at all the beautiful mechanics, simple mechanical solutions for adjustability and stuff, because all the machines has to be adjustable for different body types, and people are like touching them every day just so, and it's important with safety that people don't get their hands squashed and stuff like that. And the solutions, if you look closely at a gym machine, is very, very elegant.
Yeah.
And it's a lot of like laser cut steel profiles welded together. Actually, like I'm doing this frame. So maybe there is a subconscious thing going on here. Let's see, is this 4? No, that's not 4. It should be, right? Maybe. So let's keep on with the 40 thickness here.
Rosero entered chat here. Not trying to complicate things, but that wheel seems hard to lift in place. Is it possible to have it on pivoting arms, which can unlock and can rotate off towards the back before picking the drum up?
Wait, that sounded pretty cool. Let's see. Please read the whole comment again. Hannes 3000.
Yes, that wheel seems hard to lift in place. Is it possible to have it on pivoting arms which can unlock and can rotate off towards the back before picking the drum up.
So when I did the calculations for all the, I'm sure it's going to be at least 2 people lifting this in place. It's going to be kind of heavy anyway. And I think if you look at at this weighting height, to hold something like right here, that's like you're pretty strong. So I actually don't really see the need for I think it's kind of easy for 2 people to lift it in place. For 1 person, impossible, perhaps. And then maybe rather your idea of Zero, maybe like a trolley that comes from because you need to roll them around anyway, like on stage and stuff. So maybe like a trolley on wheels that lifts it in place for you. A little bit like SpaceX is removing the landing gear from the rocket and put it on the base instead, like stage 0, with the chopstick arms catching the rocket in the air. To remove your... I would suggest, if something like that was needed, I would suggest to remove those arms from the machine itself and put them on some kind of trolley, which is not on the machine. Spontaneously. So, first person, if we do like a Formula 1 tire change, first person have a quick release of the belt tuning. Second person moves the belt to the side and holds the belt while the wheel is lifted off. Person 3 and 4 grabs the wheel on each side and lifts it up and carries it away.
Desert Pillar has done some calculation and says it will weigh about 60 kilos, and that's not that much, right? That's nothing.
That sounds a little bit on the light side.
Yeah.
But that would be great.
That would be awesome. That's no worries then.
For you, yeah.
Yeah, but that's not that much for anyone, I think.
You've lost touch with reality about weights.
Lost grip of reality.
No, I'm not going to let you be the judge of this, actually.
Okay.
So I have no clue.
Robster 1983. Tyngdpunkten, hörni. Kommer inte den här ställningen falla när Martin vevar igång maskinen?
Tyngdpunkten.
Center of gravity.
Yeah, I think it will be firmly in the middle.
Firmly in the middle.
Yeah. Already the programming wheels are weighing over to the middle. So let me do a new component. Where did it go? Where did my new component go? Delete. New component. I'm lost.
Foldy 1 Papyrus. It's not just the weight. If you don't have a nice chamfer that separates us from an animal to aid in alignment, you will end up waving that big drum around for ages trying to get it to seat.
Oh, we have a little chamfer.
Boom.
But not on the outside, which you can cut your finger on. I have to refine that. But right now I have a bigger problem. I can't create a new component. New component. Now, here we go. And then it's... What's happening? Oh, because something else is... Sometimes I say that Fusion is acting up, and this time I actually think it's true.
I will just need to step out for a quick minute, Martin.
Yeah.
BRB.
So I'm gonna zoom. Oh, sorry.
Whack, 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 whack.
Yeah, so something is a little bit strange here. I'm gonna not save this one. So normally when you create a new component, you should see it in the browser tree. And my component type standard name active, don't activate maybe. Parent one selected. And I have the new component down here, but it's not present in the browser tree. What am I missing? Am I in the normal workspace? Yes, I am. So we're doing kind of a lot of graphic stuff. We're sending the screen in different ways to get to live stream this. And Fusion is acting up on the graphic drivers. So this, it could be something like that. I'm gonna cancel, I'm gonna shut down this design file and just restart it. That can help. You can look at the main machine for a little while. Let's start this file again. New component, yes. And there we go. And then it turned up. So it's a classic just start and stop when things like that happens in Fusion. 1003 legs. So let's do -40 on these. And let's not join them. Let's do a new body, a symmetrical extrusion with whole length. Okay, and then we're gonna use our fancy shell command to see if this works. Isolate. Oh, I extruded into the wrong component, of course. Let me redo that. Activate U. So I had to activate the component to make it end up, the body end up at the correct place in the browser tree. Symmetric whole length. There we go. Now I can isolate. Let's see if this works. These are opposing faces. From this face to this face, 4mm wall thickness. It seems to work perfect. You can see we have a square inside. Perfect. And now it's very easy to think, oh, I want this leg on the other side of my design as well. So let's just mirror it over by making a mirror feature. No, because we already have a mirror feature. So that's when you have to go down to your timeline and just think a little bit and then think, well, can I use this mirror feature again? And yes, we can. So you're just going to try to get hold of it and pull it to the end of the timeline. And at the end of the timeline, we will be able to choose our new leg to include that in the mirror feature. And then we have everything mirrored again. This looks like a swing set, doesn't it? Now I would say that the legs are done. Let's just take a quick look on how it looks in the main design file. And here I think you can feel better about the center of gravity. We had this Swedish question before. You can kind of see how the machine is already gaining its center of gravity. I don't know where the angles of these legs are going to be. Perhaps I should fold them back a little bit I'm just doing, this is just early stuff. I should be able to just lower this angle 30 degrees. Oh, this went wrong, so I haven't constrained it in a nice way. Let me not have this constraint. Let me rather have this constraint. I'm gonna say 170. That went wrong. 1700 is what I meant to put. $1,500. So now you can see, now I should be able to just alter the angle. So 20, 30. And the design is parametric and nice. And oh boy, don't we miss Hannes 3000 immediately when he's gone from the stream, right? From an optimistic party, it just turns into a lonely lunatic who doesn't know when to give up. I'm gonna give up before it becomes too embarrassing. Or never, because I succeed with the machine. That's what we're gonna find out in this stream series. In this stream series, we're gonna find this out. So we are done with the legs. I'm gonna play them all. And we're moving on to the struts. So again, this is just sketching here, but let me do some nice struts. 1004 struts. I hear Hannes 3000 entering the room again. We missed you.
I'm back.
So let me go to the main sketch and CAD some struts. So this will be the same format square tubing, and we can cut puzzle pieces in the laser cut process if we go with this. Let's do 50. Let's do something similar over here. So what are people saying?
Bracing between the legs. Join the legs frame at the bottom to prevent the legs doing the splits on stage.
Yeah, so what is struts and what is bracing actually? Like technically, what's the difference actually? When do you use one word over the other?
+1 for bracing between the legs.
Yeah, so that's the A, that's the lower part of the A frame, I guess people are talking about. Let's do them as well. So let's start with back. Probably I'm gonna call it bracing then. Back brace. I'm not gonna bother with cutting puzzle geometry right now because this is just a sketch. I just want to find out where things are going. So I'm gonna do this. And you know what? Let's actually skip some hollow command. What was it called? Shell commands. By just making a little square tubing right away here. Boom. And I'm gonna say that this one is parallel to all these. And then we're gonna put a little wall thickness here. Or
Blair Spurt Burglar. Bracing is in tension, right? And struts in compression.
ooh,
Struts usually carry axial loading, I think. Archie Dettori. As Daniel Alexander, a strut is a bracing component stiff enough to resist these forces, whether they place it under compression or tension. Wow, this is news for me. The only strutting I know is when I'm walking sassily, strutting down.
oh yeah, that's not Swinglish. That is actually strut. So notice here that I don't put 4 millimeters. I put D67. So if we change the wall thickness, I should have this as a global parameter actually. And now we can extrude the back brace. Here. Boom. And we're gonna do from object to object. So from this to this. What is happening? Distance. What did I do wrong? Object.
And I think like tag 666 says struts are legs. So let's say that struts are the legs and we brace the legs to be able to maintain stability, right? Something like that.
That makes sense. Now I found the correct alternative. So bracing is a better word for it. From there to here. There we go.
Oh no, Beep Champ. I want a gif of a smiling, sassy, strutting Hannes 3000. I would never be sad again.
We were joking before the stream because Hannes has always had this role, like bringing positive. Like on every party, everyone just wants Hannes to be there because it's like then it's a party, right? And we were joking like you've been training for this your whole life.
This is the dream job for me. I was meant to be here, sitting here, just being happy.
I tried streaming one evening without Hannes, and like I wanted to cancel the project after that night. Also, like before, I had only Wilson, and Wilson is like an endless, like Wilson is all my negative thoughts personified in a wooden gear. And then now we have Hannes 3000.
Yeah.
So let me do the same for the front. There we go. Here we go. Legs. So start is from an object there. Extend type is to an object here. And I've chosen the wrong object. A new body. Oh, I forget to choose it. Here we go. There we go. So as I said many times on the first machines, I built a frame first and then hoped that I would find places for the marble drops and the instruments. Because I did that on the first, like, basically when you look at these two machines, they're too similar. You can see it here. I thought I was too close with the first one. We made it work in the music video with Movie Magic. It didn't work. We are very, very good at video editing. Better than at building. So then on the second machine, I was like, let's just make it in metal and then it will work, kind of, if you see them next to each other. So I built a frame. That was exactly the same process as the first one. I built a wooden frame and started adding things to it. And I did the same on the Marble Machine X. I didn't finish CAD. So in this machine, we're gonna do the frame around the instruments. So when we know that we need a drum here, we're gonna move this out of the way. And this is what's going to be the difference on this machine. Right?
Yep. Yep.
So 1006 side brace. This one I'm gonna use a hollow command, 40, symmetric, whole length, new body, but I want it in this one. Am I too late? Yes, I made it. Let's isolate. So our new shell, today's favorite feature, shell from here to here with a wall thickness of 4.
Baba boom.
Baba boom. And what did I tell you about making 2 mirror commands when you don't have to? Don't
do it, people.
Don't. Go to your timeline, get your beloved mirror command, put it by the... Oh no, okay. I'm referencing this object in this extrude feature. Now I'm no longer allowed to pull this mirror command over there. So let's see if I can move this whole thing before the mirror command. Yes.
Yeah. Shaboom.
Boom. So now we can, so there are some dependencies in the timeline. So what just happened is like, oh, I wanted to move something. And then you can think of, maybe I can move something else before instead. Right?
Sometimes I just laugh when I see chat. They're on point. Mark Niederman, little known fact, Hannes 3000 played Ducky in the Land Before Time. He just noticed that when I just said, yep. He took it immediately. That's exactly where that's from.
I don't know the references, but it sounds super fun.
What's the Swedish title Landet för länge sedan with the dinosaurs?
Okay.
Lillefot.
I can already see in here that the loop...
Oh, you don't care.
No. The loop machine is... I do care. I do care about everyone playing nicely with each other while I'm doing this. So yes, I care. This is not going to work. You can already see it hitting the loop machine. But let's just import this for now. And we have to also connect the frame on the top. Probably some people are already asked for that in chat. Let's take a look over here to see what we have made.
Oh!
It's kind of ugly, but it's very pragmatic. And it's a start. It's the first sketches. I wonder where I should put this. Because I don't want it. This is probably not going to be there. I should probably just move it forward. Yeah, I'm going to move it forward. And let's hope for the best. So this thing needs to be redesigned. Right away. So, Gretzky's in the chat. Do we need a locking mechanism up here or not? Are we just going to rely on gravity holding these heavy wheels in place? Or do we need to lock them down? The belt is also pulling. I think it's going to be completely fine. So I made this little, and this is a little bit thick, I think. Let me fix that. 16. What do we have over here? 12, 14, 10.
You should plan for lift points.
On the wheels.
Yeah, and forklift stuff like that.
Below.
Yeah.
Now I'm with something is not happy with me here.
Simply lock for safety. Lock it definitely. Lock it. Lock would be safer. Yes, locking mechanism. I added an image in the other folder. Better lock it. Lock them. Everybody. Chat wants you to lock it.
Yeah, I think chat might be kind of right about this.
Only a locked part is a good part.
Now this went wrong because I took the linear constraint out, but actually I'm not using that anymore, so it's fine. Let me move this back bracing that is in the way for the loop wheel. So let's put it. Yeah, this is a little bit of an issue, but probably we can make it. Oh, maybe there should be a diagonal. We'll see later. For now, I'm going to put it here. So hope everyone is having a nice day. I know a lot of you are working right now and having us in the background. That is so fun. Hope you're getting a lot of things done and that you're skipping point 2 to 19 on your to-do list. Just execute on number 1.
Yeah, there we go.
Look
Wisdom, people.
Look who's talking. I'm going to allow myself to obsess with this a few more years because it's too much fun. But also after that, I'm going to obsess about something else, I think.
Music.
For example.
Yeah.
That would probably be the most fun.
And I will still sit right next to you every day while you compose and just say, booyah! Whoop!
I'm like,
oh yeah, there we go. There we go. Oh my god, this is so beautiful. Yeah, cross that off the list. Woo! Whack-a-mole.
no whack-a-mole. So I have to change the backstrut.
Jim Hendrickson got you and the NASA spacewalk in the background. Now that's a combination.
Jimi Hendrix is in the chat. I'm
Jim
so
Hendrickson.
pleased to hear, Jimmy, that you're here. Love most of your albums. That's fantastic. NASA spacewalk. I didn't know they were walking today.
They're always walking.
I'm gonna deselect this profile and select bracket this one. I can't select through the body, so but I don't want to.
Istrati Mahai, roasting some coffee and listening to you. That sounds like a brilliant combination as well. Ooh!
Wonderful.
Chris B just sent out a work invoice while listening to you guys in the background. Work at home has its advantages. Brilliant.
Nice.
Paul Sun, no work for me for a while as I'm recovering from a stem cell transplant. Well, we're wishing you all the best then, and hopefully we can provide some little comfort in the background here. You can listen to us giggle and designing an IKEA wardrobe or what it is Martin is designing right now.
Yeah, hope for a speedy recovery for you after that. That sounds like an intense procedure. So now this leg is clearing the loop wheel. So if we go to the main assembly, you should see it jump forward there and clearing the loop, hopefully, leaving the backside open. So perhaps we should do a top strut as well. I think here will be a good point right under the wheel. Let's just do a few more braces. And maybe I should actually not say struts in the list. I'm actually going to edit this from struts to bracing. Yeah.
How about some cross bracing somewhere then?
Like X bracing?
Yeah.
Yeah, this is an issue. But remember, why did we need X bracing on the previous machine? Because we had a stump design requirement. So if we go to non-requirements present in earlier machines on page 9.
I love this so much.
Page 9. Oh, this is wrong. Okay, I can't edit right now. Modular design needs to be disassemblable. This design requirement alone from the Marble Machine X, sorry for this, made the top frame wobbly. So the bottom frame, welded the whole frame, was not wobbly at all. And then we just put on 4 points the top frame on it, and we had nothing to hold it like this, so we needed the cross bracing. I'm pretty sure that this is one of the advantages of square tubing over 80/20, that if we weld this together, we will not need cross bracing.
Boom.
Because it's just going to be too stable sideways, and cross bracing is really tricky around these big cylinders. It's really tricky to find the space. Maybe in the front here, but honestly, the welds are going to be so strong, so I don't think we need them.
Well, you put me in my place.
Oh,
thank you.
Was that your request?
Yeah.
I think you're getting pretty good at engineering, actually, 3000.
I'm getting there.
So I'm going to extend this on the top. Look at that. Boom.
Baba boom.
And then I'm going to make 3 more braces. And I think that's going to be the sketch. I'm not going to refine it more than that, because this is just meant as a reminder for us, like how to kind of start to see a little bit where we have space, where we need more space, how we can put the wheels on and off and stuff. Like that. And then we're gonna do something up. Well, let's do it at the end here then. Why not? It's gonna look cooler if we leave a little bit sticking out, maybe. So tell me, I'm just gonna do some mindless sketching here, CADing. So tell me what people are saying.
One brace to brace them all. Lucas Sokol. Slice of Sparta. None of this would be an issue if you made the thing out of vibranium. Some Marvel stuff right there.
Oh, it's a Marvel stuff. I know unobtainium from
Avatar.
From Avatar. And I've used a lot of that in the previous machines.
Rosero, the mole whacking has become a serious mole right now. And you can add at least Gusset plates for the stability. Metal will always bend a bit at stress points. Gusset plates? What is that?
Oh, wait. I should actually understand that. Gussets?
Gusset plates?
Oh, wait.
I will Google.
Yes.
Gusset.
Let me try to guess what it is. It's like a plate like this that goes on the side and holds these bracings like this. Is this a gusset plate? Did you see what I just did here?
Yeah, you're getting there,
This,
I think.
I think is a gusset plate. No. They mean, now I know, they mean triangles.
Yeah? Do you want the definition?
Yes.
Gusset plate is a plate for connecting beams and girders to columns. A gusset plate can be fastened to a permanent member either by bolts, rivets, or welding, or a combination of all three. They are used in bridges and buildings as well as other structures.
Can you take some images?
Yes, here we go.
So here is what I think was intended, and this is a good example of what we can laser cut in the steel tubing. So yeah, here we go, gusset plate.
You see it?
Yep. So I think the same idea for those could be done like this, but inside the frame, so it doesn't build sideways. So this would be mega strong and help with all the angles and stuff. You need a good welder, an experienced welder, not like me, to get it like not distort. But also if you have stainless, I think it would weld a little cleaner. Good idea. So I just keep on adding the D67 everywhere. D67.
A gusset is commonly used to reinforce a corner or a seam. Stag 162.
Good definition. You know the statues from Eastern Ireland?
Yeah.
Talking about archaic design. Can you bring one of those up? That's how I want the frame to feel.
The statues? No.
The stone statues.
Is this your frame right here?
Yeah. I mean, just for the archaic inspiration.
Yeah.
Like timeless. Just standing there. It's a very strained analogy.
Clarith, Duskleaf, that top crossbar is askew.
Gretzky in the chat. Thank you for pointing this out. This will not work. We have to put you 90 degrees to you. If you allow me to. Why? There we go. Thank you. D67. These are not D67s. I'm gonna leave that for now. 24. Okay, we have 3 more.
Kinetic head instead of kinetic fingers then. If we're going by the statues.
Ah, the Eastern Island things. So front brace, I'm just gonna do the same operation a couple of times now. 1006 mid brace front. This is annoying that I can't. Oh, look at this. Oh, I click and hold. I thought I only could do that in sketches. So I wanna reach into the sketch profile right here through the body. I click, hold. You get this little menu. I'm stupid. I know this. Profile. I reach it through the thing, which will make it much faster. And then I do the start from. Let me show you the window. Start from object, the frame. Extend type to object, the other frame. There we go. And not join, we want a new body and we want it to be in this. Good.
Yes, and people are wondering right now, how high is the frame right now? Is it a Martin still? No, it's higher than a Martin.
Yeah, it's over shipping container.
Over shipping container.
Yeah.
Angle grinder, here we go.
Right now, the frame is 2 meters and 20 centimeters.
Okay.
From floor. So let me do the same for the back one. 1007 back, mid brace back. Mid brace back. I actually maybe want to put some gussets in, just because it was a nice suggestion.
Do it.
We can do that wherever we see in the end as well, of course.
Mikael Lundgren asks me a question. Hannes, what do you think of the Marvel series? Looking forward to Moon Knight? And yes, I'm looking forward to Moon Knight. I have thoroughly enjoyed WandaVision and Loki. The rests are okay, but they're started out pretty good. Moon Knight looks cool. I love the little more darker tone to it. Boom.
Keep on going with the Marvel stuff while I'm CADing. It's so cozy.
The Marvel machine.
Made by the Avengineers.
The Avengineers of the Marvel Cinematic Universe.
Top brace. One more.
Ludwig Schubert, you can now make a range of machines so their frames spell Wintergatan. You're currently working on A.
I love the stamina I've been ascribed to here. There was a cool sketch. Can we find that with the one machine per instrument?
Oh,
in which genre is that?
I can try to find it. We're getting a lot of suggestions now. It's kind of hard to find the old ones.
Okay. It's in the...
I can do a quick little... See if I can find it.
So I think the bracing is done, which means I'm going to play a mole, so brace for impact. And no mole. Yes! Should we do a bonus?
Okay, it was really, really hard to find this image.
Okay. So this is, I was reminded of this Kraftwerk kind of setup where you have like one structure for each instrument. I think it's pretty cool. I'm secretly loving this.
Yeah.
From Ralph. It's so Kraftwerk. It's like so brilliant, and each instrument could get its own perfect treatment. So this is what you made me think of when you talked about the letters. I always wanted to start a band with only 4 drum pads, and one plays bass, one plays drums, one plays chords, and one plays melodies, and you play like 8-bit beat pop. And then it would just stand like Kraftwerk on 4 people on stage just drumming all the melodies and stuff. like Roland SPDS drum pad. I have a funny story actually from when touring in Germany, and the sound guy had broken German English, and he said when we're sound checking on the festival, and now you take the trumpet, and we're like, we're not playing trumpet. Like, yes, you can try the trumpet. We're like, there's no trumpet in the band, and we're like, oh, the drum pad. It was a cute story. Nothing against broken English, but it was fun.
Oh. People are talking about the leveling issues. Is feet an issue right now? Or do they come later?
So question is, we're actually done with what we wanted to do, but I have 2 bonus things that we could make. We could make gussets and we could make leveling feet. It's a great suggestion. So what's the time, Hannes? Look at this. We're getting somewhere.
Oh, wow. You're really nailing that mission statement today. The list is kind of done.
Yeah. And I loved seeing this top thing here. We can use, I think it feels like we're getting somewhere. It's very early days, this frame, but I really, really love it. So you're the timekeeper, Hannes. Should we do 2 bonus things?
Let me ask you this. How long do you estimate they will take? 30 minutes?
No, I can do them in 10 minutes each.
Then we do it now.
Okay, cool. So I'm going to add on the list here, I'm going to add 0.8 is going to be gussets. So 2 brilliant suggestions from the Gretzkys in the chat. 0.9 is going to be level feet.
Feels nice having 10 points.
So let's move over to gussets. Yeah, it's only 9 though.
No, but 10 is done.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah. God damn it.
Done. I don't have beautiful gray fields for 9 and 10.
We can manage.
We can manage.
Wow, what happened now then?
This was not so good. What command is that?
Zoom? Did you zoom?
Oh, I could regret. Good. Okay, so here's a suggestion from the chat. I just wanted to show you basically how we could make this if this was a CNC cut thing. So in the main sketch, let's make this gusset a little bit more serious. I think this structure would come together so neatly. 20. I'm having fun today, Hannes.
Yeah, this is a brilliant day.
Yeah, it feels...
The genius part of having those little topics for the day. We feel like we actually get stuff done now.
It keeps me on track and everyone watching know. And if you feel like it's not interesting, you don't even have to click on the video. You know what you're getting a little bit.
Yeah.
So we're going to become better and better at this. But most of all, it's already a success because we are actually getting work done.
Yeah, we're working.
So let's do 10. And let's do 70. Let's do parallel. And let's do 10. And I'm going to do something fancy here. Fancy. Is this 10 now? It's probably not, right? It's something else. Okay. Of course it isn't. So here's my point. You should never have these kind of profiles. So a sketch fillet, that's my fancy. Let's do 2.
Make gussets from plate with speed holes for style points. Bruce Pickett's.
Speed holes. Is that... Wait, let me... That's a cool suggestion. Is this what you mean? I never heard speed holes. I think they did this for weight reasons. It's a cool idea.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
It looks cool.
It's a very cool idea. Let me know, Bruce, if this was what you intended. And also let me know why it's called speed holes. And I know I'm going on and on about this, but it's really fun to be able to act on your suggestions. Because I'm going to be completely dictator over this whole process, but I still am able to listen this time, which is very, very wonderful. So let's say 16mm speed holes, and they are
less air resistance. Speed holes are weight reduction. And as Lance says, speed holes will make the machine play faster.
What? So that's the real reason?
Chris Garage, speed holes are 100% function. They are weight savings for race cars. They reduce weight. Yep.
Ah, that's hence the speed.
Yep.
Brilliant.
And great for a marble machine as well. We can play faster songs.
And it's like an abstraction of marbles.
Extremely nice when we're going to play some speed metal on this one.
Well, it's speed holes in metal, so... Let me remove that. And let me try if I can center this. Oh, I should have started on the middle line here. So there goes my 10 minutes.
Yeah. Right out a window.
So here's a good reason where I shouldn't do these constraints a lot of times. So you see I've written 11, 22, 11, 22. I shouldn't have done that. I should just have measured this first one, D131, and then I should say here, D131 times 2, and here is D131, and here is D131 times 2. Because what happens now, if I want to make it look cooler, I can just add 22, and that went wrong. 12, and I can kind of space them the way I want. 13, and everything is like, I think that looks cool.
M104. If you want the machine to go faster, you need to paint it red.
Is that a brilliant joke that I'm...
Yeah, that's a brilliant joke, Martin. Brilliant joke.
R whoosh. R whoosh on that joke. I'm sorry. It's a like Formula 1 car.
It's
I want to be the funniest one on the stream, you know. So when people make brilliant jokes, I'm dragging them down by explaining them afterwards.
And some people are saying that it's not a gusset you are designing. A gusset plate is a plate to be put on the frame.
On the outside.
Yeah.
So what is this? This is a strut?
This is just bracing, right?
Bracing.
I guess.
So what brand were the red? Was it Ferrari?
Ferrari red.
Okay.
And Jerome Bloomshire, angle is wrong, H3K. That's my new nickname now. H3K.
That's a cool name.
Yeah.
The angle is wrong? I'm paying a lot for making these fillets in the sketch. I should actually just make the fillets afterwards, maybe. I have to redraw all the lines. But now we have it.
Mike Perry, the angle is wrong. It should be half the angle of the frame.
Half the angle of the frame. The angle of the gusset?
The angle should be half the corner angle.
Okay. No, that's a brilliant suggestion. So I just put a 45 here, but that doesn't look right. That's a brilliant. Gretzky's in the chat. Hall of Fame of Engineers Assemble.
Mike Perry is a real Hall of Famer. He was in one of the earliest streams and helped us. And also we had Mr. B. Fox, 1775, also a Gretzky Hall of Famer. Wahoo!
Wahoo! So 83.4 is the angle right now. So I think what I have to do to make this into a function is that I have to create a driven dimension, which is when it comes in a parenthesis right like this. But the good thing with this is that I can still read off it to make this a function, which means when I change this angle later, this bracing will always have the correct angle. So this was a brilliant thing. So let me read D138. So what we put in here is D138 divided by 2.
Ba boom.
And that looks much better. Let me just see what's happening here. Is this still loose? There is in the middle. Now it's black. Let's go back to 12 because the thing is shorter now. 11. 12.
Mike Perry, currently rocking my Gretzky jersey. I love it.
Okay, so let's see if we broke something. And this looks off now. Let me just fix this. I want this to be in the middle, actually. So how can I do that the easiest? I don't actually have a good way to do that. Let me see. Maybe I can create a driven dimension and use that as well. Driven dimension 26. Then I'm making a midline of this. Oh, there was a mid constraint there. Okay, good. There we go.
Chris's garage. If the speed holes are not centered with a function, they will always be off when you make a change to the master angle, no?
Let me see. Now that's in the middle. And wow, why is this not black? Oh, wait. We have to constrain this length. 26. The speed holes are following now. They are centered by constraints.
Sander Vanderbroek. You can reference the dimension by clicking on it.
I don't understand how you mean. Do you mean hovering over it or clicking on it? I didn't really understand. I have this feeling that these puzzle pieces are too long. Let's make them 16. I think that looks a little bit better. And I should actually also, if we're going to go all the way with this, I'm doing it a little bit too refined now, but they should also have some nice fillets. Nice. It's too much fun. It's because I'm relaxing now when I don't have to think about how this whole thing goes together. I can just CAD something for some relaxation.
Okay, Samuel Rising, +1 for everyone saying, in parentheses, 180 minus D138, split in 2 instead of D138, split in 2.
Okay, wait, I have to understand what you just said. I just want to first find out why this is not properly constrained. Okay, this is the thing. Let's just do it like this. I don't know why it lost its midpoint. I think the midpoint constraint is sometimes a little bit acting up. It's not there anymore. That's why they're blue. So I know why I do this. Okay, one last time before I make this into a part. Tell me the Gretzky comment there, Hannes.
1 in parentheses 180 minus D138 in parentheses divided in 2 instead of D138 divided by 2. A lot of people are saying, yeah, 180 minus angle divided in 2.
Okay, let me do exactly what they say. 180
minus D138
minus D138 and put that in parentheses.
Yeah, divided by 2.
Exciting. You sure it's not going to explode?
Probably it will. You will shut down your computer.
Ah, that looks so much better.
There we go.
Okay, I turned it out. I was like, Gretzky's in the chat. So now this should be like, I guess if I go to the midline, this angle should be 42 and the other one should be also 42. Or is it a visual thing? 41.5. I don't, okay, maybe it wasn't possible to. This looks great. Thank you for great idea. Let's go and, so now we broke a lot of stuff. Time to do some reparations of the timeline. And this is because I put all those fillets in. So I'm suffering a little bit from being ambitious here. But it shouldn't take too long to fix this. Here the sketch is broken. That's my fault. So when you have yellow snow in the timeline, you just have to be patient and just go back in your timeline and patiently put it off your driveway.
Yeah, don't eat it.
Do not eat it. So that one is good, and then I'm just moving the timeline forward. And look, now even this was happy. This one is not happy though. I should have made the gusset in another sketch. Sometimes doing too many things in the master sketch can get you into this. I don't even know what this is. Frame. Oh, it's the cutout. Of course. It's this little thing. Yes, okay, and now you're happy. Thank you. We go here. What even is this? Legs? Oh, it's the front one. There we go. This one is not happy. We're gonna edit this hollow feature. It misses this face, I think. So let's hide this. And let's select this face. And now it's happy.
Michael Davidson, Martin, I've been following this project since the early MMX days. I can't wait for this to play music. I will definitely be flying across the pond to be at the first concert. Hannes 3000, can I get a woo? And of course you can. Woo!
Thank you so much for those supporting words. What I do know, I don't want to build excitement for the end result because I'm tired of selling the butter before I made it. But what I do know is that if I fail this time, this project is just too difficult for me. So it's not because
Lack of trying.
It's not because it's not because of lack of trying. Exactly, Hannes 3000.
And Marcus Hoffman wants a confirmation about his Dropbox upload. And I can confirm, Marcus, the file was uploaded. Me and Martin will take a look at it off stream or in another stream perhaps. Right now we're just going to finish these gussets here. We don't always look at everything immediately. But you did right. I saw it.
Here's my culprit. This little line has to be coincident with you. Let me see if the profile works. Yes. So I entered all these sketch fillets and it broke my extrusions. I should have seen that coming from a mile away, but hey. I can give you a lesson in how to clean up your timelines as well. So you will always see some yellow sketches when you're CADing. From here, and it's lost a face. It lost a face. That's no surprise. So you just go over and look at one thing at a time and check how things are behaving. That seems to work. This seems also to work. Oh, and we're home. No, the top one looks wrong. This is the profile. So, and I repeat, we can make puzzle fits from all this square tubing. So you can cut this and cut a hole there. You can make super nice puzzle fittings. So basically the welder can actually puzzle everything together with tacks. They could actually build a whole frame with just a tack each, put it together, start to measure angles and weld here, weld there, weld there. Let things cool down. I think a real welder would weld this with absolutely minimal distortion, especially with thick wall thickness of this square tubing, like 4 millimeters. So now we can finally come to the gusset implementation. So let me cut here. I'm going to choose the profile and I'm also going to cut here. And now I'm just going to cut out 10 millimeter and this 24/7 steel, for example, would do this on a CNC laser cutter with rotary axis for the square tubing. So they can just cut it out of the square tubes. And this is what I mean with the puzzle holes. So imagine when you put this together and you have this perfect rectangle. And now, finally, my friends, all the Gretzkys in the chat and 3K over there, we are about to see the first gusset with speed holes. Gusset with speed holes. Manifestating in front of our eyes. With the correct angle. You were so right about that. I'm so impressed on how much things you see. You don't miss a trick.
That's why they're the best audience in the world.
Exactly.
Yes.
New body in this. There's our little gusset. Well, if that doesn't look like engineering, it's a little small though. it should be larger, but it's cool. So we have our gusset, everyone. I'm gonna go to the next thing in the thing. Should we do the feet or are we done?
What are you doing right now? Why are we looking at some marble gates?
Oh, sorry.
There we go.
There we go. So basically I can do them, Hannes, right away because I'm just gonna note them.
And people are saying, why do you have fillets on gussets? That just weakens them.
Let me see here. 10 leveling feet. My idea with the fillet, I think they talked about these.
Yeah.
Is to not have because when you're welding this, you don't want that sharp little corner that just crumbles up on you. I think maybe the fillets are a little bit too big, so I'll give you that. Maybe you want more reading of the angle. So let me go in and make an academic fillet. So instead of 3 here, I'm gonna do 1. And instead of 2 here, I'm gonna do 1. So I'll accept that. I give you correction in that. I think these ones doesn't matter. But this one is 4, so let's make this 4. Let's make 1 for no. 4. So I don't want a sharp corner from the laser cutting because that just makes your weld beam it wouldn't matter. I just felt it felt clean. But now there's a 1 millimeter taking off the corner, and then you have not a sharp piece to cut yourself on when you get the delivery. It's nicer for the welding person to have no sharp corners to cut their hands on.
It's so nice you're thinking about the welder. I love that.
Nice, huh?
Yeah.
So, do you know what we can do?
What happened?
So, everyone in here knows that I am on a honeymoon with the revolve feature.
Yes. Is it time for the third marriage of it?
Yes. I don't know to play that song. It was almost correct. So I can use the master sketch and I can make our leveling feet here right inside the master sketch. So let me do something like this. The inside baseball joke that we just had is that when I made a whole spiel about the offset command in the extrude feature, there was a viewer who had exact the same revelation on how magnificent it was and said that they wanted to marry the offset command.
Yeah.
Autodesk just frothing at their mouth of this publicity right now. Maybe I think too highly of myself. They're like...
Not high enough.
Yeah, when there was a chance that like I was succeeding, they like I've been using their software for 5 years and not get anything completed. They're like, oh, please go over to whatever the other thing is called. But now they are frothing at their mouth when I don't even know the name of their competitors.
Check McMaster for off-the-shelf feet.
Yeah. I'm not... This is 2 details. We're going to definitely buy off-the-shelf. We did it even on the first machine. I'm putting them in here now as a...
placeholder.
Look at you, 3000.
Wah.
With the fancy, schmancy... newfangled words. So this is why I love the offset feature. You think like, oh, come on, how can this become something? Well, I'm gonna tell you right now that if we just choose up here the revolve, we take this profile And boom.
Oh,
Did you expect it? Did you see it coming?
wow. A ring just suddenly appeared on my finger.
And then, of course, now the hated rectangular pattern.
The divorce command.
Honeymoon is over. Rectangular pattern is here. We're gonna select the first direction there. We're gonna also select a second direction there. And I'm going to take a look at this from below. I'm just gonna eyeball this. It's okay. We can put some leveling feet wherever we want to. It's our world. A happy little leveling feet. Right. Should we guess it's 816? No, it has nothing to do with even numbers. Let's guess. And then the other direction. Right here. 106? 1006 maybe? Did I screw this up now? Minus 1006. 16. Come on, Martin, just drag it in place and be done with it. This is it. Oh, but that's actually nice. And now I think the feet look a little bit small. Then we go to the master sketch. And just with a click on the mouse, we can make them huge.
Ooh.
Moonlander style.
The marble lunar model.
Doesn't it feel special that we have now touched base? We have
Woo!
right?
Yeah.
Or
Yes.
Right. Let's play. First things first. Mold for the feet.
Ba-boom.
And then let's get over straight here. And sometimes when I want to get a better perspective, I turn off visibility of some clutters. I turn off sketches.
You don't see anything anymore.
Okay, sorry. sorry. And then we're gonna save and we're gonna update this. Yeah.
Wow.
But are those the big feet? I don't think so, right? Or am I seeing it wrong? Yeah, probably. They look small here. That's okay. So.
And a reminder, chat, these are placeholder feet. This is not the final one.
Yeah, we're gonna use standard parts from
Yes.
McMaster Car. But now I want to show one last time. We have a frame, and to take off the wheel, you will remove the belt like this. You will take this, and you will, since it's a nice little bike fork right here, two people will just lift it off like this. You go and program another thing, and then you come with a new song. You put it on, and you put it back, and you put the belt back. And bonus info in front of next episode. This indexing solution for all you Gretzkys out there for the loop drum, that will be internal into the loop drum, so that can also be done off the machine. So when they program the loop drum off the machine, they will also index it. So once you come back, you are ready. You will have to put a mark on the belt, and you will have to have like one tooth with some kind of signal color, and make sure that the same color is always attached, and then you're good to go to play some nice music. We did it. Thank you for being with us on this stream.
Oh, this has been a true pleasure as always. I'll let Martin take it away with some beautiful melodies here. Chat, you've been amazing as always supportive, and also bringing some incredible points to Martin.
Thank you so much.
Things that would improve the machine, things that will make this machine even work in the end. You guys are helping. I mean, you're the best. Take care.